Y'all here? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing out there in the world? Hello, everybody out there in the world. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I want to thank you. The question is, why did I choose to be celibate at this point in my life? Why did I choose to be celibate at this point in my life? There's a plethora of reasons. Really, there are. A plethora. But I'm going to try to give you some of the vivid, significant ones that stand out to me that may help you. You might be experiencing the same things. One of the main reasons why I'm practicing celibacy, and I've been celibate now for over a year and a half now. One of the main reasons I decided to do it is because, for one, it's the ultimate form of safe sex. I'm not actually having sex, so it's really not sex, but being a man that has been dealing with a whole lot of women all my life, since the age of, I lost my virginity at the age of 9. And it's kind of a crazy situation that shouldn't have happened. It was unfair to me. But at the time, I didn't think it was unfair. And because I've been introduced to sex at such an early age, from the ages of 12 to 13, I thought that all we were put here to do was, with the opposite sex, is to sex them. I thought that men's job was to do everything in life, make money, look good, get nice clothes, get a nice car, get a nice house, just so you can get a woman to coexist with you so you can sex on her. That's what I thought. So, with growing up in those type of conditions, with that type of programming being going on at such an early age, it altered my thinking. So, all of my life, I was just on this quest dealing with women, thinking that they were just some object for me to sex on. And it's hard to get the best out of a woman and for you to give them the best out of you with that type of mentality. So, at this point in my life, I figured I've been with enough women. I have 3 kids, biological kids, and 5 kids that are mine. 3 biological kids that I actually birthed. So I'm not hard up for no kids. I'm not hard up for any sex. When I ask myself, when I'm dealing with the opposite sex, what is it for? And I'm only getting sex, I'm beginning to feel like I'm depriving myself of something. I'm cheating myself of getting the best out of females. And because females have been conditioned by this same type of mentality from men that they've been dealing with, because most men think just like me, just like a man, in our lower selves, we just want to nut. We just want to, sex. That's all we really mainly want out of a relationship. We don't have no other goals, no other expectations for the ship. Where you want the ship to carry you. All we want to do is be carried to the bedroom or be carried to someplace so we can have some sex. And that was my old thoughts. So when I matured, when I was a child, I thought as a child. But now that I'm a man, I put away childish things. So grabbing a hold of my sex drive is very mature to me. Seeing a man who's in control of his sex drive was very mature to me. It was very attractive. It was very influential. And I felt like it was something foreign because most men don't do that. And when I ran across the first man that did, and when I read and studied that a lot of Easterners over in the Eastern region of the world, they practice what you call sexual kung fu, which is with semen retention. And if you're sexing and you're using semen retention while sexing, it's an equivalent to celibacy because you're not losing your vital substance that your body creates, which is your sperm. We create that sperm in men for a vital reason. You need that. You're not supposed to spin it at rapid rates. And once I found stuff out like that, those were the main reasons why I said, whoa, let me press the brakes a little bit. Skirt! let me press the brakes, reevaluate some things, do some more research on more, get some more information, some more knowledge, you know, other than just high school, college, sex education. You know, I was actually having a lot of sex. I had a lot of experiments with a lot of different spirits, different people, you know, different females. And that was experience enough for me to grab a hold of my life and get an edge on things. So that's a few of the main reasons. Then another main reason, I got tired of dealing with women. As I came to this higher level of thinking, this higher learning, I began to still be attracted to the same kind of woman who was in that world. So I found myself I was meeting women who looked beautiful on the outside. Gorgeous, mwah, to the eye. And I would be wanting to give them the world. And I would try. Bend over backwards. Just put them on a pedestal. You know, because I've never did oral sex myself. You know, sometimes I would meet a woman, and if I cared about her a lot, I wouldn't want her to do oral sex on me, because I look at it as a degrading thing. That's just me. In my personal life, I don't want my woman doing that to me, to feel like she got to please me that way. First of all, you don't please me that way. I don't really too much care about it. So if you're doing it for me, you don't have to do it. And I've been trying to build women up, you know, within the past 3 or 4 years, you know, since I've been home from prison and being sexually involved, I've been trying to build a few women up that I met, you know, trying to put them in a high place, you know, like basically putting them on a pedestal. And that began to be a problem to them for me. Like, I began to meet women who was getting mad at me or getting discouraged or feeling confused about me trying to tell them to don't do things to me that I feel like is degrading of a woman. Like, I see them in a higher place. But that began to let me see that I was unequally yoked with the women that I was dealing with. When you're trying to put a woman in a better place than where she sees herself, and then you're getting in arguments with her because of this, or you're getting looked down upon or talked about to her friends like you lame because you won't let her perform oral sex on you and things of that nature, that's when I knew it was a problem. You know, it was like, whoa. Now, do I continue to put myself through that in those women, or do I take a break, get me together so that I could be appealing to the type of woman that I would like to attract in my life? I'm going to change my thought patterns, my frequencies, my talk, my walk, my life to a manner that when I meet this woman that I envision, she may be attracted to the type of man that I've been working on and changing myself. And especially if I'm celibate and been celibate for such a time, when she meet me, that's going to be a plus as well. So I began to put all this stuff into patient practice in my mind. I began to think and, you know, say, okay, you know what are you going to do? And it was just either do it or not. And that's why I began to practice abstinence. And then now it turned into me being celibate for over 1.5 years. And I'm sharing this because people ask the question all the time, why did I chose to go celibate or practice abstinence at a time like this in my life, when I'm exposed to a lot of women, a lot of females are in DMs and inboxes and all around on comments and things, and they just everywhere. The group is real. The struggle is real. But they, you know, people like, why do you chose to do it now when you got so much of variety? You got choices. Well, I've always had varieties. I've always had choices. And I realized that it's better to have one quality thing than to have 100 things that is of no value. And I don't too much care about, I'm full-blooded man, and I love women. But if all a woman has to offer me these days is sex, is her vagina, I'll pass. because I'm not in that arena right now. So the woman that is going to appeal to me is going to spark my interest in other areas other than just sexual, because the sexual area is a given. If I'm attracted to her and she's attracted to me, the chemistry is going to be there, and the rest is history. But if the relationship is going to work, we have to choose each other for all the right reasons. And that's what I'm looking for these days in a woman. And in order for me to not be distracted by sexuality, or how the woman looks, or what I can do with her in the bedroom, I just alleviated that chapter out of my life. And now I still entertain women. I still go out on dates with women, but I'm trying to find out what more does she has to offer other than just sex. Once again, it's the homie kNOwcash signing off with a big 10-4, over and out. Peace and love. I'll holla.